it's supposed to be getting really hot this week, which of course will mean one thing. Whenever we think about the weather getting hotter, it's going to be hotter than it's been since 1910 in March, apparently, 20 degrees possibly. There'll be loads of migrants coming across on the small boats, which are now not really small anymore. They're actually quite big boats. It now costs, by the way, £41,000 a year to keep any illegal migrant staying in a hotel. This is according to the Institute for Public Policy Research, and it turns out the Treasury have said today in the Times that basically we're going to be keeping illegal migrants in hotels for years and years and years. Alp Mehmet's here, Chairman of Migration Watch. Alp, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
I mean, they keep promising to do things. Only in June of last year, was it, that Keir Starmer said we're going to be moving migrants out of hotels. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to end the whole process of it. We're going to save the taxpayer billions of pounds. I'm afraid it was another lie.
It certainly hasn't turned out that way, has it? Governments have a habit, and this one is no different, of leaking stuff, of briefing journalists, of coming up with sound bites about what they're going to do, when they must know full well that it just isn't going to happen that way. We're going to have to look for more hotel space. We're going to have to look for more dispersal homes for this year, next year, and for many years to come. Do you know, Mike, if the rate of those crossing continues at what it is at the moment, we're now heading for more than 45,000, which was 45,500, the record in 2022. We are probably looking at something like 60 to 65,000 if the current rate continues. How are they going to manage? What are they going to do for accommodation? I'm afraid they are simply not being realistic.
They're not. And also it's becoming more and more clear now that the 1.5 million houses that are going to be built, whether that even happens under Angela Rayner's new plan as being in charge of housing, many of those are going to be to house migrant families, aren't they?
Well, they're bound to be. It's bound to have an effect. And it's not just those crossing the channel, of course. When we're looking at net migration of 750,000 or more, all those people need to be housed as well. In fact, if the government manages to build the number of houses they say they're going to build, 1.5 million by the end of this parliament, all of that will go on the additional population and the migrants who are crossing the channel, including the migrants who are crossing the channel. This is absurd, absolutely absurd.
It is totally. You know, our sort of migrant of the day story is no less absurd, I'm afraid. An illegal Iraqi migrant who fled his country over an alleged exam fraud has avoided deportation after claiming that a people smuggler threw away his ID and his phone. So he claims he can't ring his family now because he doesn't know the number to talk to them about going back home, and he can't get his ID replaced because he can't phone his family. So therefore he gets to stay in this country.
Mike, if we sat here all day, we could go through dozens and dozens and dozens of cases where people have been allowed to stay for what seem to be absurd reasons. And I'm afraid that until we leave the ECHR and we start detaining people when they arrive, dealing with them quickly and removing them either to safe third countries or to their countries of origin, I'm afraid they will continue to keep coming. And the government has done or said nothing to suggest that they're actually going to be dissuading, they're going to be deterring those who are coming across the channel at the moment.
I know.
They're simply going to come in more and more numbers.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Alp, good to talk to you as ever. Alp Mehmet, Chairman of Migration Watch. It's going to be a hot week. There's going to be lots more migrants coming.